back in the soup. So, it looks like, unfortunately, Shadowplay's a no-go for recording this. I just cannot get the volume of the microphone high enough that it can be directly used without, editing to increase the volume, without having the microphone end up picking up what's coming out of the headphones of the headset, which is one of the things that I recall hating about using headsets over, desktop microphones. What's this guy doing on the other side of the level changer? No. I wanted to speak with this guy. Or at freedom, or just kind of freaked out. Now, I'm not going to go to Pripyat right now. Don't really intend to do so. Okay, what am I doing here? Monolith. Okay, monoliths are kind of tagged at the radar. And there's a place to sleep marked, which I believe was there before. Plus, if I take this route, I can swing down to Yantar and probably take care of something there, though I don't remember what, because it's been, an existent amount of time since Wasted Woodland. Okay. Since yesterday when I played this. There's a stash there. It turns stuff into Sakharov, giver of Sparrow. Seems to be something attached to this model. And it flings in front of my face when I go into sprint mode. Ah, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. The M203 grenade launcher attachment for this model, when it's not equipped to the rest of the model, is for some reason sitting back here. That's pretty awful. That's pretty bad on the part of the custom modeler. Pro tip, don't do that. Again, noticeably better frame rate so far. The only change I've made has been to set DxTory back to using the UT codec instead of the Lagarith that I tried again last recording session. Which is funny, because the entire point of switching back to Lagarith was to see if that would work faster. Alright, so definitely missing something A-life-wise around here, as normally loner camps have been set up. Wait, no. That's most likely been delayed because it took me that long to trigger the freedom versus duty fight. Repairing armor makes you hungry, you know. Ah, right, I don't need to worry about going to Yantar yet, because there's stuff I need to do here. Somebody's inside the lab that I need to take care of. Ah, and Max is here. Pretty sure he's not the exact same Max, although he shares the model and name as the one in the Freedom base. But, I don't remember what rename he's been given.
Don't stand there like a fool. Come closer.
He's been given a very repetitive audio log. Ah, so if you get 3 urchins, I can get the Scat 10 for that Clear Sky mission. Yeah, unfortunately don't quite have the artifact supplies to buy from this guy. Not yet. And, well, right now I got pretty bad luck of the draw with what he's got, but he normally has a lot of really fancy, awesome looking weapons in his supply. So let's just check the quest log here. I know there's something I need to do here in Lab X10. Yes, this. No quest data. I just need to go into Lab X10, find some documents, kill some monolith along the way. Carry this for the time being because I've got the space. It's just a little bit of loot, and yeah, let's carry on from there. Ah, yes, some loot I left on the ground from my last trip here. Good thing I still have the space to carry it. For now, at least. Alright, so we've got a bloodsucker to greet me. That's that's always a good sign. He's on the other side of the door too, so get some free shots, and apparently that's enough to kill him. Very nice, very nice. Getting a little choppy in here. There's something about this area right now that, I mean, I'm getting decent, better than decent, good frame rate, but what the hell was that? Just kind of chopping a little bit. It's just, I don't know what it is. I do know this looks better in DirectX 8, believe it or not. I just think the part of it is, you know, cooler looking in that version. Sure, let's pick up an M16, why not? Of course, I could go directly back to Max number 2 and sell off some of this loot so I have more carrying capacity, but at the moment, I don't know. The place is empty except for that one bloodsucker. And then I'm not even really properly looking around. I thought I heard somebody equip something. I'm not even really properly looking around and just kind of running on the assumption that what I need to get is going to be at the end. And down at the bottom with the, you know, that one room. Just Tushkana. So I seem to be getting two different dynamic music tracks running at the same time. Don't really scare me, Tushkano. Just hanging out with a bloodsucker. All things considered, Alright, well, that had this ammunition in it, so that's not bad. Yeah, I should probably run something a little different. Wait, meant to... yeah, meant to grab this, not the sniper AN-94. Well, sniper isn't, that's the role that I use it for because it works really nicely with it. Whereas Gulag is more general purpose. Can do sniping, but I think the other one's just a little bit better aligned towards doing that. And do I have any PDAs that would have codes for this? 342089. I think I've tried that before and it just doesn't open. fact, I've tried all the code combinations there before. I had the, I grabbed them off of a walkthrough, went through them on my phone one of the previous times that I was here, and nothing opened that door. So I can only guess that it's been assigned a new code and a new purpose for the one of the mods that comprises STALKERSOUP. That's really all I have to go on. God, it's real choppy around here. Incredibly choppy. Well, the good thing about the Tushkana being everywhere is it means for certain that the A-Life system is not broken down here. I mean, generally speaking, it is kind of a sad state of affairs when you have to make justifications like that about, you know, there being mutants in an area. Yeah, I'm definitely just kind of running on the assumption here that I'll find what I need at the end of the level. And if that's not true, then, well, I can just kind of backtrack and search the whole level from there, and that would hopefully not be a bad way of going about it. Brain Scorcher is already disabled. So I need to find the monolith in this lab and pick up the documents, then bring them back to Le Havre. Oh yeah, fire everywhere. I think once again there's actually a particle effect applied to the floor in DirectX 8 that isn't here in the DirectX 9 modes. Whoops. Oh, certainly didn't mean to jump down. We got an interesting mix of music here that I don't think was playing last time I was in the lab. But, well, it looks like my idea is not panning out at all. Because unless they're behind this door, for which I have no code, the documents are not here. They're not where I was hoping they would be. Now I have to kind of slowly backtrack and try to find them somewhere in this. I don't suppose... no, it's not in the log at all. I may have to guide this one. Don't like the idea of having to hop to the guide every time I need something for the game. I mean, that's something that's not so bad in the corporate world for actually doing work, but for this it's better because you don't have, you know, strict time constraints. You know, it's generally better to actually do it yourself unless you're the kind of person who, you know, the one puzzle of BioShock Infinite, the Bell puzzle, was designed for. But, I mean, there's no information in the PDA for this quest. It just says find them in the X18 and documents. And grab the documents. There's no information here. If he said it's something in this, I don't have it anymore, so I've really got nothing to go on. So I think I will have to guide this, because there's just absolutely nothing to go on, and now more than ever, even though it is a Sunday, and thus I don't really have to work today, don't really have the time to just wander around looking in an area with absolutely no direction whatsoever to find some random thing. I mean, this makes the Raven Eggs quest look like, I don't know, something out of Call of Duty with a big follow marker on it in comparison, because there I at least had, in the PDA itself, directions to, look for this item. This item is a big thing that stands out and should be easy to recognize. What you're looking for should be on or around items of this type. So, there's solid direction provided, and by contrast here, we don't even have physics applied to the lamps. Alright, I'm gonna have to look something up on this. Well, that was a completely fruitless search. The most either the guides say about it is you have to find the corpse of a Monolithian, who will have the documents on him. Which is just fantastic. The only thing I can really hope is that his body does show up as a gray dot on the radar. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck doing a pixel hunt, searching for one monolith soldier's body in the entirety of this lab. I didn't see him back in that other room. I didn't... he wasn't at the room in the room at the end, so... Haven't really got much to go on, just trying to find him. This is certainly going to take some time. It's just one of those quests that would be much less annoying if I wasn't doing recording of this. Because without recording, I wouldn't be, feeling like I'm wasting time when nothing's happening. And wasting breath talking when nothing's happening. Which is exactly how I'm feeling about this right now, because I am not able to see this body, and with the way everything else seems to work, I can't help but think that, it might just be a spawn issue. He may not show up. Or there's some annoying and pointless prerequisite that you have to accomplish first, like get to X area in some completely irrelevant side quest. Why, that would be fun. Just kind of roaming backwards. Keeping an eye on the mini-map here. I never noticed there was a skeleton this way. This is a fake door that doesn't actually go anywhere. Yeah, keeping an eye out on the minimap and on the screen in front of me. So far, just still not seeing anything. No body of the monolith, no Really? Really nothing. Nothing but a bloodsucker and some Tushkano. Now I'm all the way back at the start. Kinda hoping I'd be able to carry all of this. It's looking like that's not gonna happen. Alright. Just clean this up a little bit. Yeah, there's one that's completely broken. One of these is in terrible condition. And that's still not quite enough. Okay, that should do for now. I guess I'm going to need to go all the way back to the end and see if I can't find a body again. Okay, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Yeah, he's called S.T.A.L.K.E.R here, but he's clearly max everywhere else. And the marker for Monolith has all but disappeared, so who knows what's up with that. Kinda strange, I'm not hearing any sounds. You know, ambient sounds. I'm just hearing a soundtrack. I remember when testing things earlier, I did turn this stuff down. There we go, that's a bit better. There we go, now I can hear something for ambient sound. Mostly droning and the occasional drop of water. You have no bodies so far. What about that one other room? Yeah, not sure if I really explored, in this trip at least, around here well enough. Body could well be around here, near where the mutants were. I mean, after all, I did not bother to look around. But it looks like he's not here anyway. I still wish you could open this door. It'd be such a nice shortcut. I guess, yep, back to some invisible object blocking me. And running down to the exact end of the level again, in the hopes that the body will be there. Not particularly exciting, definitely. And there's nothing really there. Nor in any of these. So where in hell could this body possibly be? I mean, I'm certain he's not showing up as a dot on the radar like a body normally does. And again, the only A-life I've seen so far has been a single bloodsucker, and a bunch of Tushkano. I know he's not down there. He's definitely not showing up at all on the radar. And there certainly doesn't seem to be anybody down here. Alright, so I've got absolutely no idea where this person is supposed to be. There's a backpack, though. Okay. Well, that's great. By great, I mean fairly annoying, because the guide and everything else mentions having to find a Monolithian, not a random backpack. It's kind of crooked on the ground. But I mean, you know, it's not the most easy thing in the world to spot, so shouldn't be too much of a surprise that I missed it. Psi effect is only coming through the left channel, so that's kind of annoying. It's a channel that's most likely to get picked up by the microphone as well. Alright, so we got 2 more controllers, according to the very handy radar that I have. Ah. Damn it. I'm guessing I'm going to have some viewers to deal with as well, unless there are just poltergeists nearby. I mean, obviously something's picking these things up and throwing them at me. This would be a good place to have those symbians that I cooked up. Let's try to run further away so my health can get fixed up here. Okay, what do I have that can help against this? Let's throw on a fiery soul. And a sphere. And a diamond Kolobook. Yeah, definitely beers around here. Poltergeists don't do the red overlay. Oh, come on. Made it around the corner. There we go, that's another one down. Just grab what he's got on him quickly before he has a chance to lose the items. Pretty well defended against explosives, these things. There we go. Eye of the Beholder documents gathered. No problem whatsoever. If only the psi helmet protected against this kind of psi damage as well. I mean, all things considered, logically it should. You know, if it'll protect against the brain scorcher, why wouldn't it protect against just some mutated chucklehead wandering around moaning? Okay, I'm not zombified, am I? Nope, still part of the Mox 1 group. Still fine. I'm curious, what? I remember having to drop something back there. So let's see what that was. Wherever the bureaus are, they have to be pretty close to this slice of the map. They're obviously not right here. They're fairly close. Ah, yeah, I had to drop that. Weird. The way the bag is positioned on the ground, it suggests that there's supposed to be a body under it. But the body isn't here. It didn't spawn. Obviously, it didn't spawn. Likely a latent A-life issue. Certainly something that's been happening a lot with my game here. Something that might not happen if I bother to restart for some of the patches after 1099.41, but really I don't feel like doing that. I don't really have the time to do that. And, well, actually, it probably isn't an A-life issue, because if it was, logically, you know, there should be problems with spawning in these controllers and bearers. Not like an A-life spawn issue most likely would not simply fail to spawn one already dead body. Let's see, did I get any more PDAs? There's a lot of more interesting stuff here, but I'm not going to read it on camera, at least not right now. Along with the Eye of the Beholder documents. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff here. Tons of it. Let's see if the monolith ones have anything about numbers. That doesn't look like it. So I guess I can't open that door. At least not yet. Let's see. It is 7:40 in the real world right now. Having work tomorrow, I'm obviously not going to be able to carry this on too terribly long, but well, the relevance is I want to see if it goes from obvious nighttime to pitch black darkness. Whoa, hello. As quickly as it did last night. Well, that's all my grenades. Except for the underbarrel. Yeah, once again, I apologize for any times I hit the mic. I am, as I mentioned in the last session, I'm certainly not used to this whole headset thing. This door's not real. You know, I'm just gonna shoot under-barrel grenades with this thing, I think. That'll do the quickest job of freeing up carrying capacity, so I can maybe, you know, bring along a few more items from that box there to sell to, I'm just gonna call him Max for now, since I don't remember his, other name. Yeah, you can't exactly get it out of there. I was trying to see if there was other Bureau was off that way. Perfect. Just when marked when needed after having to go through something like this. Ooh. Well, let's just get out of here.